What's going on, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Today I am finally finishing off the last little bits for my kitchen area for the van. So in this video I'm going to be going over what I've done, what the layout is, and a couple other little things that I put extra work into just so it looks better. Alright, so this is going to be my door that goes right here over under the sink. I just cut these 1/2-inch pieces of trim to put around it. This is super easy to do, and it adds a little bit of detail, so you're just not having a raw piece of plywood just there. This adds a little bit of professional look, I'd say, but it's super easy to do. So I'm going to show you quickly how I cut them. If you have a saw that cuts on angles, this is going to be super easy for you. So all you do is you would set the dial to 45 degrees. Then I have a bunch of these cuts, so I would just a starting cut. I would just cut this at 45 degrees, and this is a 45-degree angle right here. I'd bring it back over here, line it up in this corner, just like that. Then this would obviously be longer, so it would come over here. Then once it's over here, all I do is get a Sharpie and just mark where the end of this plywood is. So how I do it is so simple. Is if this is a point right here, this Sharpie mark right here, that's going to be another point, because it's going to be in the corner. Like, obviously this is going to be bigger. So I would just bring this back over here, and right here you can see this piece. All I would do is I would get my saw, line that up, to the end right there, and cut it, because this is going to be the tip piece. So you want that tip piece to be, you want your saw lined up, so this line right here is going to be the same angle. So I did that all the way around, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Then I'll have a handle right here to open it. I also did the same thing for my drawer. So there's going to be a drawer right here, as you saw in the last video, and I did the same simple trim around it. Then there's going to be a handle right in the middle. Another thing too, what this trim does is it hides screws. So when I'm going to screw this in first to the to my drawer, then I'm just going to glue these with carpenter glue right over them. So it hides your screws, and it adds a little bit of more detail to your drawer, so it looks a little bit more professional. So you can see I put the first layer of stain on this door and the top. The reason why I did this right now is because I'm doing the trim a different color stain. It's going to be the same stain as my walls and ceiling. And this is actually a different color. This is a little bit darker, and this is an ebony color, and the number is 2718, and it's the Minwax. It's the same stuff, but it's just a darker. So that's what it's gonna look like. I still got to do some more of that, and I still have to do the cabinet, or I mean the drawer piece. So I just put these hinges on right now. I just have two just simple hinges. I still got to get in there with I'm probably going to use a Q-tip or something to get in closer. But it's got a magnet thing for it, and it actually works pretty well. Like, I'm going to have a handle right here too. But I think it looks pretty good. So tomorrow when I come back, I'm going to let this all dry, because there's some little spaces that I need to kind of go over again. But I'm going to wait for the first kind of coat to sink in a bit. Like you can see, like right here, like in between the where they press the plywood together. I need to go over that again. If you guys are staining, one piece of advice is to go with the grain, one way. The only time I would like go the other way or something like that is if there is it's not with this plywood because it's pretty smooth, but in other pieces of plywood you get little like dents and stuff, and the stain actually won't get in there. So I'll just like I use this piece of foam, it's like a little sponge, and I'll just like dab it in the hole, then go over it the same way. And don't put it on thick either. Like if you get a lot, try to spread it out, because you want to try to get the grain to show. So I usually just go with the grain, and I haven't had any problems with that, and it always turns out pretty well. Make sure you shake the can really good too. I've had it before where I didn't shake the can really well, like in past projects, and it doesn't come out as bold, I guess. It kind of comes out like watery almost, like it's separated the stuff in there. So I shake it up really well and stir it. Then I let it sit for a minute or two. Then I can start staining. So tomorrow I'm gonna let this dry. Then tomorrow I'm going to finish the drawer, and I'm gonna stain the other pieces of trim and get those starting to get those glued on. All right, so I got most of the stain done. I got the countertop stained and all cut out, and I also put one coat of this Varathane on it. I'm gonna put 3 coats on it, or just until it's covered enough, just so it repels water. Like if I get a little bit of water, or a splash or something like that on the top of the counter, it's not gonna soak into the wood and just sit there. This kind of gives a little protection. So I also glued all these on my doors. I had a magnet close thing there, but it wasn't strong enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get one of those ones that like click in. And I also got the drawer. I still gotta make the handles for this and this. Then I still gotta finish down there and put a face on this side. So I think I'm just gonna leave this like this. That's not too bad. But I do want to put a face on this part, so it looks good. I also made this little shelf up here. Really simple design, just some scrap 1x4s and a piece of plywood underneath there. And on the sides are plywood. So pretty much I just cut a 1x4 in half up there. There's a piece here and a piece down there, and this is a full 1x4. Then on the 2 sides there is plywood, and I just drilled it to the wall, and it's not going anywhere. These are my little lights that I have. I painted them all black just so they look a little bit better, and I'm just gonna I have 2 of them, and they're just gonna go right under here. So there's gonna be one there and one here, so I can turn this stuff on either when I'm cooking or just doing something over here. I have a light. So that's pretty much where I'm at today. I'm gonna finish putting another coat on this. I gotta go get a tank still for my water. I'm also gonna put, well, the water tank's gonna go right to the back. Then I'm also gonna have a little garbage in here too, so it's kind of concealed. So I made it so they could actually open pretty far, so I don't have any problems with that. I'm really liking how it's coming together. Like I said, I still have to build the thing over here for my water tank, and I want to put this in too. This just goes up in here. Probably gonna put that in today or tomorrow. I want to paint it black. As you guys can tell, I like black. I don't like white. I like darker colors. So that's pretty much where I'm at with that, and I'll get back to you once I've finished varathaning the top of this counter. I hope you liked today's video, guys. I thought it was going to be done in this video, but I'm taking my time on it. I want it to be something that I'm proud of, and I've been putting a lot of work into it. Hope you guys can see that I am taking my time and putting work into it and just not rushing it. Because I feel that when you rush something, you're sitting there looking at it saying, oh, I could have did this different, could have did that different. So that's the main reason why I'm kind of taking my time and trial and error almost, I could say. There's some stuff that I did that I didn't like, so I had to rebuild it. So it's kind of a learning process for me too at the same time. So if you guys haven't watched my last video, I asked you guys to ask me questions. That's going to be my next video. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave the link down in the description below. So you can guys ask me whatever you want and I'll answer them. Van related or not van related, doesn't matter. Just if you guys want to know anything about me or what I'm doing, such on and so forth, I'll leave that in the description. But until next time, guys, take it easy.